Everything I do it for you. Everything I do it for you is a power ballad by Canadian singer-songwriter Bryan Adams. Written by Adams, Michael Kamen, and Robert John Mutt Lange, it was the lead single for both the soundtrack album from the 1991 film Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Adams's sixth studio album, Waking Up the Neighbours 1991. The song was an enormous chart success internationally, reaching the #1 position on the music charts of at least 19 countries, notable exceptions in the Western world being Italy #3 and Spain #4. It is particularly notable for its success in the United Kingdom, where it spent 16 consecutive weeks at #1 on the UK singles chart, the longest uninterrupted run ever on that chart as of 2022. It also topped the Europe-wide sales chart for 18 continuous weeks. In the United States, it topped the Billboard Hot 100, which combines radio airplay and sales, for 7 weeks, but stayed at #1 for 17 consecutive weeks on the sales-only chart. It went on to sell more than 15 million copies worldwide, making it Adams's most successful song and one of the best-selling singles of all time. The song has been covered by hundreds of singers and artists around the world. Background: the musicians on the original recording are Adams on lead vocals, backing vocals and rhythm guitar, Bill Payne piano, Mickey Curry drums, Larry Klein bass, Keith Scott lead guitar and backing vocals, and Mutt Lange synthesizers. Based on orchestral music by Kamen, the song was written in London, UK at the studio Adams was working at in 1990, and he and Lange wrote it in 45 minutes, recording it the following March and releasing it 3 months later. The song is performed in the key of D major. Commercial performance. In the United Kingdom, Everything I Do It For You had the longest unbroken run at #1, spending 16 consecutive weeks at the top of the UK singles chart from July 7, 1991 to October 27, when it dropped to #4. It also topped the Europe-wide sales chart for 18 continuous weeks, still an all-time record, and topped the European-wide radio airplay chart for 10 weeks. In the United States, the power ballad spent 7 weeks at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, which combines radio airplay and sales, the longest-running #1 song since 1983, and 17 consecutive weeks at #1 on the sales-only chart, which at the time set the all-time record for consecutive weeks at 1. Billboard ranked it as the #1 pop song for 1991. It also held the #1 spot on the U.S. Adult Contemporary chart for 8 consecutive weeks, the longest run atop that chart since 1979, and was the #1 song of the year on that chart. Everything I Do It For You also spent 9 weeks atop the singles chart in Adams's native Canada, 11 weeks atop the Australian singles chart, and 12 weeks atop the Sweden singles chart. In most of the countries which it ascended to #1, it was the #1 song for the year 1991, exceptions being Germany #2, Austria #2, and Switzerland #3. Music videos. The official music video for the song was directed by Julian Temple. It shows Adams and his band performing the song in a forest with a silk mill in the background, and Adams alone performing on a rocky beachside, intercut with scenes from Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. The video was filmed in a forest with the derelict silk mill near Halford in the Quantock Hills and on a beach with geological cliff formations near Kilva, Somerset. A video was also commissioned for a live version of the song, directed by Andy Morahan. Awards and accolades. Adams, Kamen, and Lange won a Grammy Award for Best Song Written specifically for a motion picture or television, and was nominated for the Grammy Award for Record of the Year at the Grammy Awards of 1992. It was also nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song, but lost to Beauty and the Beast. As recently as July 2020, it placed at #13 on YouTube's Most Listened to Rock Countdown, a monthly tally of the most viewed and listened to songs of the rock genre, both in current release and from the past. This was the second highest song by Adams after Please Forgive Me at #10. The song was placed 18th in a survey of the favorite songs of British readers of the Guinness Book of Records. Charts, sales and certifications. Fatima Mansion's version. The Irish band Fatima Mansions released a heavily altered cover of the song as part of an Enemy tribute album in aid of the charity, the Spastics Society. The single was a double aside with the Manic Street Preachers' version of Suicide is Painless. The single entered the UK Top 10 in 1992 and reached number 12 in the Republic of Ireland. However, the Manic Street Preachers' song received most of the UK radio airplay. Brandy version. American singer Brandy re-recorded Everything I Do It For You for the standard version of her second studio album, Never Say Never 1998. Producer David Foster reworked the arrangement of the original song with Dean Parks playing the acoustic guitar. In 1999, her cover version was released as the album's final single on a double aside with You Don't Know Me on the Oceanic Music Market, where it reached the top 30 of New Zealand's Ryan's Singles chart. That same year, she performed the song live at the Home Divas Live 99 alongside Faith Hill. Track listings. Australian CD single Everything I Do It For You 4:10. You Don't Know Me 4:29. Have You Ever Soul Skank Remix 5:40. Thieves 5:40. Credits and personnel. Credits are taken from Never Say Never liner notes. Composer Bryan Adams, Michael Kamen, R.J. Lange. Production David Foster. Acoustic guitar Dean Parks. Electric guitar Michael Thompson. Programming Philippe Elgeta. Mixing Tom Bender. Recording Al Schmidt. Charts.